I call Materia Ture.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have submitted to the clerk a nomination for the Select Committee for this bill, and that nomination is that the bill goes to the Māori Affairs Select Committee and not to the Local Government and Environment Select Committee. Before I go into the reasons why, I just want to describe the process of what will happen with that nomination. I'm urging members to vote I'm urging either one of two things. Either Jonathan Young may well want to change his motion to send the bill to Māori Affairs, and it's in his power to do that. If he chooses not to, I'd urge members to vote against the motion to send the bill to Local Government and Environment. And if that motion fails, if the no votes win, then my nomination to send it to the Māori Affairs Select Committee will come to the floor of the House and we can vote it to the Māori Affairs Select Committee. So this is not an attempt to hijack what the Council was trying to do. It is enormously controversial what the Council is doing with this land. And while the parties in Waitara have been trying to work together to get it to this point, we too have been in contact with Te Atiawa, and we know that there are still very serious concerns. We know that there are concerns from others in the community who marched today and who are deeply fearful that this bill will be, in effect, another raupatu. So then the question is, which of the select committees in this Parliament have the expertise to deal with both the legal issues that arise out of a local bill and the treaty issues, the Māori issues that arise out of this bill? And there is only one such committee that has the general legal expertise to deal with legislation and the specific expertise to work on issues where there is a deep Māori complexity, treaty complexity to it. And this bill has that complexity. And this is why the Māori Affairs Select Committee should be the ones who consider this bill. Only they have the breadth of experience across all those stakeholders that Urul Flavel talked about and others have talked about, to make sure that all of those interests are, as some have described, are balanced. I don't agree with that approach, but that may be some ways. But actually, more importantly, that all of those people who are involved with this legislation have a place to go where the members who sit on that committee understand the complexity of all of those issues. Now, I do not think we should be sending this bill to Local Government and Environment because they do not have the experience of dealing with complex utility issues around land confiscations and raupatu. They're not designed for that purpose. The Māori Affairs Select Committee and the members on that committee are themselves legislators. They know how to deal with general law and are members of other select committees, as Mika Whaitiri is on Local Government and Environment. But they also have this particular expertise that will need to be applied to this bill if all of the stakeholders are to have some comfort that they will get a hearing where they are understood, where the issues that they bring will be understood by the members in their consideration. So, because of the potential of this bill to be in another raupatu against iwi who have already suffered enormous harm, as we know in this House, we've dealt with this before, it is absolutely critical that iwi has the opportunity to put their case to those who understand the complexity of it, which is why we are putting forward the second nomination. So I have enormous faith in the Māori Affairs Select Committee to be able to deal with the complexity of this bill. I believe that if this Parliament does agree, as we seem to have been, that there are serious issues, treaty issues here to deal with, that it is the right thing, thank you Mr Speaker, that it is the right thing to do to send it to the committee that is best competent to deal with Māori issues and with the legal issues inherent in it. And I would hope actually that the Council would agree, that the Council who has been moving on issues, and there's been a lot of controversy and discussion about Māori issues through this Council, that the Council itself would agree that it's important for the Māori issues, the treaty issues, to be dealt with fairly by those who have the most expertise. And so it may well be that in just a few minutes' time we have an opportunity to do a good thing for the community and make sure that this bill has the proper hearing that it should have with a select committee that has the expertise to deal with it competently. Thank you very much, Mr Speaker.
Kia ora.